The National Weather Service in Riverbend Springs has issued a tornado warning for the following areas. Southern Riverbend Springs County. Doppler radar indicated at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time a tornado on the southern edge of Riverbend Springs moving north at 22 miles an hour.
Greetings, y'all. How's it going? So, we're back here in Riverbend Springs. There's no way I could, make this happen. But there is a tornado on the ground, and we gotta go sell some stuff. There's a tornado on the ground out here. Oh, here comes Fuzzy. Out here in Riverbend. Oh, look. The tornado's so bad it's sucking me the other way. I'm trying to run that way, and the winds are so strong. It's literally like a tsunami. Or, not a tsunami. Hurricane out here. Shadow, you better go get back in the house. You don't need to be out here in this. But yeah, there is a tornado on the ground. We're gonna sell some stuff this morning. So, let's do it. We're gonna sell silage first. And then we're gonna go sell some dried beans, I think. So, Fuzzy, I've got the other truck there if you want to grab that. I know where we're going. I think I know where we're going. I think we're going down south here still. Let me double check the price. But yeah, tornado warning here in Riverbend Springs. I think that's the first time I've maybe seen. No, we saw one before right here. Back on the base game, Riverbend. First time here in Riverbend 4X though. I've got to find silage. There you are. Yeah, we're still going down here just south of the farm. That's still, I think, the best price. 244, 242. Yes, that's still the best price. So let's tag that place. 248 down there. Alright, so that's where we're going. You got the other truck. We'll head down that way. Turn our lights on. Due to the inclement weather. So the tornado, we're headed towards the tornado right now. I don't think we'll see the tornado from here, because I think it's on the other side of the mountain. I may fly a drone down there, see if we can see it. Surprised it's not hailing yet. Usually you have hail right before a tornado. I'm totally gonna drive through the grass. Alright, sell some of this silage. And we probably will have to fast time a little bit because there are a couple of fields that we need to cut. I think we'll make around 50, a little over 50,000 for these. Somewhere between 55 and 60. Maybe? Yep. Pretty close. Now let's see if I can get out of here. There's no real great way to turn these trucks around. I hear the roar. I hear the roar of the train. Probably just my truck on the road, but still I hear a roar. I always say you hear the roar of the freight train. That's absolutely true. I've heard a tornado before, and it sounds just like a loud coal train or a freight train coming through. Shadow, get in the house. It is too dangerous out here for you, bud. You be like Toto. Remember what happened to Toto? He got sucked up with Dorothy and out of Kansas and ended up in Oz. Alright, let's see. We need to switch that over to silage. Just gotta find it first. Silage. Sugar. Where are you, silage? Why can't I find you? There you are. And we got plenty of silage. I'm not worried about running out of silage for the cows. We've got plenty of silage. Got plenty of grass to move over to the silage maker too. I'm actually going to be moving the makers over there. The production silos. I know for sure I'm going to get rid of the pig food mixer. I'm going to move that. If we keep it, it's going to be moved over towards the pigs. The TMR mixer is going to be moved. I think pretty much all of them will be moved. Some of them are still running, so we'll probably leave those running for now. Don't drive off in the river. Don't drive off in the river. Don't drive off in the river. I'm gonna go fly the drone around here so we can see that tornado. Oh, look, there's a combine on sale. There's the tornado. It's coming. Boy, it's coming right through the woods. It's literally just right behind us. There's the tornado. It is just to the northeast of the... wow, it's literally right here. We should be able to see that really soon. It's like right behind the cell point. Can you see it? Can't see it because of the trees, but it's back there. I feel like we need to cue the Twister music, you know. What's that Van Halen song? Humans Being, or the Deep Purple song. Child in Time. The wonder of nature, baby. I don't know if you can see it from here. But if I go up here, you can. Yep, there it is. You can see it. Right there. It's right through the trees there. We gotta go. We gotta roll. I'm blocking the UPS truck. He don't want to get caught up in the tornado either. Oh, save right as I'm going over the bridge on the river. The save hits. Good morning. Morning. Welcome in. Turn truck. Whoa, not that much. Oh, I almost hit Shadow. He's right there. Shadow, I told you, go in the house. Yeah, This should go back to default, back to silage again. Yep, we got quite a bit left in here. Make a little money doing this. We'll sell the dry beans. I think the dry beans are ready. Let's go to the dry beans. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Dry soybeans right there. So yeah, it's definitely time. Wherever it's the highest 4,000 we'll find. So we'll load those up. And then I'll take probably the load, and then I'll let Fuzzy gets what's left of the load of soybeans, and then I'll probably let Fuzzy sell the dry corn. I think we've got a little bit of dry corn in there. And then we'll sell all that, and then we'll see where we stand. Can you see the tornado from here? It's shifting northeast. It looks to hit Wakita head on. No, you can't really see it from here. Thought maybe if you were like back, maybe you can see it a little bit through the trees. But if I stopped and pulled over and like focused my eyes on it, you probably could see it better. But it's headed this way. I want one of them. What's it called? The Atlas bomb shelters. Those would make a great tornado shelter, but those are like really cool. Those are top of the line. It's like literally a house underground in your backyard. That would be really cool. I think they're called Atlas bomb shelters. And I've seen the insides of them, seen them being built. You have bedrooms in them, little office spaces. It's got a kitchen in them and a living room and a bathroom. So if we ever have like a nuclear strike, or if we ever have like bad tornado, you know, something like that, you can literally live in the thing underground. We got like downdrafts and microbursts over here. Good morning, welcome in, welcome in. We're trying to sell some stuff before the tornado hits us. Can you see it from here? Should be able to see it. Should be like in that direction. It may just be just outside of the render, but it's like right over there. So it is on its way. Look at radar here again. Alright, probably a couple more loads, including mine here. See where we sit. Check the radar here. Yeah, there's the tornado on the radar. That's where we're selling at. I think it's going northeast. Oh, you know what? It actually looks like it's going south now. Or maybe west. Yeah, that's moving north. It's actually moving west. That's what it looks like to me, anyway. I've been kind of looking in the wrong direction. It's kind of going that way. You can't see it from here, though. Interesting fact. I saw this on a video. So, you know Pink Floyd, right? You know, they have the album Dark Side of the Moon. Their album, I think that's the same album that looks like the prism on the front of it. If you start that album at a certain starting point on The Wizard of Oz, the music to Dark Side of the Moon fits perfectly with the movie Wizard of Oz. So when the scenes change, the songs change either within the song or they change to the next song. It's very, very interesting how that worked out. It was not intentional. That's what they said in the video anyway. But yeah, if you start Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd at some starting point, and I'd have to go back and watch the video again and see what the starting point is, it fits along with the movie. So like all the you know how the scenes change in the movie. I don't know, it fits. I watched it and it was crazy how well the music went with how the scenes changed. So somebody test that out. I might have to do it. Might have to test it out. That'd be a whole new way of watching The Wizard of Oz. Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. Alright, I was actually gonna check and see if we had any silage over here. Shadow, you need to go back in the house, bud. Yeah, we got silage here too. Buzzy, if you want to grab a load out of the mixer here, it's the second mixer over. Grab another load of silage. While I'm filling up. I've had a rough past 24 hours. So after the stream yesterday, I started having a nosebleed. And I don't get nosebleeds too often, but they do happen. And I could not get this to stop. And it's just been kind of an ongoing thing. So if I sound weird, that's why. But it's just been an all afternoon yesterday, all night, and so far this morning it's been kind of off and on. So I don't really know for sure what causes me to have them. It might be the fact that I do have the heat running in my house, and it's kind of dry in here, especially with the heat going. So, and now that I'm on blood thinners, they seem to be worse. Seems to be more continuous, and they don't stop, you know. Yeah, it's probably the fact that the heat is running, and I'm definitely going to keep the heat running because it's colder outside, and we're actually supposed to get some winter stuff tomorrow sometime. Probably need to go in and check on the exact timing of that. And then Tuesday as well. And then also Friday. Now they're saying we're going to get some winter stuff on Friday, so yeah, guess we'll see. I think I'm ready. I've got my I've got Rice Krispie treats. I've got handy snacks. I've got barbecue sun chips. I've got I do have some soups that I can heat up if the power doesn't go out. If the power doesn't go out, I can just heat the soups up. I've got some mac and cheese. What else do I got? I got some popcorn. I got some, I don't even know what to really call them. They're not really technically granola bars. They're more, hold on, you know what? Hang on, I got one sitting right over here. If I can find it. It's over here under all my other snacks. Gotta watch where I'm driving to. What is this called? A nut bar. So I guess I guess you call them nut bars, maybe. I don't know. They do have nuts in them. So I guess, I mean, they got nuts and then they got, like, other things. So I think they got maybe a little bit of oats in them. How much does that say? $2.19. So not. I'm gonna leave what's in the silo here. I'm gonna see how much is in the mixer over here. I'll leave what's in the silo, the main silo. Let's see how much is in this mixer over here. But yeah, I'm gonna move these mixers just because they're kind of not easily accessible anymore now that we built that bigger silo. How much do I have in here? Let's say 207. Tell you what, I'll get what's out of here emptied out, and then I'll top it off with what's little bit I've got over there. This will be the last full load. Yeah, we're supposed to get it starting tomorrow, Sean. And then Tuesday too. And then Friday again. I saw John's pictures. Yeah, I was kind of wondering if he was getting snow. And it looks like he got it. I saw some other pictures. I saw the, what I'm assuming is City Hall with the arch in the background. Yeah, so he got a lot. They got quite a bit of snow. let me go sell this last load here. That's pretty good. We made some decent change off of the silage there, that little bit of silage. Whoop, I gotta watch the road. Road may be slippery when wet. What? No, it doesn't really say that. I wonder if there's a sign out there that says that the road may be slippery when wet. Well, it's like, well, no kidding, Sherlock. The road might be slippery when it's wet. Yeah, that may be kind of part of the one that we're supposed to get Friday. I'm hoping it doesn't get bad. I really don't. I don't want ice. I still have to go to work, and I want my house to be warm and be able to play farm sim and, you know, watch my TV and, you know, movies and stuff. Don't want any ice. Don't want the power to go out, you know. I love that dynamic camera. I love the puddle reflections on the road. That's just so cool that we have that in Farming Simulator now. Alright, so let me go around this way. I'm going to pull up here to the dryer spout. Let's see what we got. Have to go under dry, don't it? Yeah, so there's dried sorghum. We'll wait on that. That'll be probably December when we sell that. Dried soybeans. I'm going to make a full load, and then Fuzzy, you'll have a little bit of a load if you want to grab some of these. So let's see where we're going with those. Dried soybeans. Alright, let's see where we're going. I gotta move my mic out of the way just a little bit. So 4213, 40, 4159, 4128, 4170. So far that 4213 up there might be the place to go. $41. $42.12. Ah, well, you know the save would hit right when I'm trying to look at the prices. Okay, so there's $42.12 and $42.13. I guess it just depends on how far these are. Let me tag that place. And then come back and tag that 42.13. It's only $1 difference. Those look like the highest ones. Go through the list one more time here to make sure there's not anything higher. 4212. Yeah, I don't know where these are, so let me go look out here. Red circle, red. Let me just go to the map. Something flashing somewhere. Oh, it's over there. So, okay, so I know where that's at. Let me go look at the other one. See if that's any closer. That is closer. That's just right up from the farm. So let's go up there. It's $1 more anyway. So let's just roll up there. Alright, Fuzzy, I'll wait right here for you. Make sure I'm going in the right direction here. Let's see. Flashing. Yeah, so there's the gas station. There's the place we've sold chips before. So this is right on down the road there. That it? Yep, he got him. Alright, let's roll. Go bus. You know they're supposed to stop at railroad crossings, but he did not. He stopped on the railroad crossing, which is not good. How's the school bus? They must have dismissed school early because of the tornado. Alright, how do we get... We just drive back through here. Oh, I see, it's the diner. So it's like a drive-through. I'm going the opposite direction to the drive-through. So this is where we'll sell. Let's see what we get off of a load of dry beans at 42.13. Big money, big money, big money. I think we're making big money. We're up to 2.3. 2.5. Is that right? $1 million? Did we get really? Did I just make $1 million? I just made $1 million. Yeah, $1,011,000 looks like maybe. So Fuzzy, yours will be about half of that, just over half of that. Rock on. I like it. I would say we can probably buy, we probably need to, we got time to buy the cotton picker, so I'm not worried about the cotton picker. I would say probably some fieldage. Probably some more fields. Whoa, that car did not stop. Alright, we got money. Alright, so let me see what else we got in here. So I know the sorghum we're gonna wait on. Let me check the price of dried corn. Dried corn. So there's dried maize. That would, if we did the dried maize, that'd be like the Stevie maize. So that's part of the map. That's Stevie's dried corn. But the dried corn, you go up one there in the list. That's the one that we do with this AGI dryer. So that's the one we need to look at. So those are not bad prices when you look at the peak price in December. It might be just a tad higher, but not by much. Really, corn you can sell 2 times a year. How much do we have in there, though? Let's see. Dried corn. Do we not have any dried corn in there? I know I turned that on. I know I turned it on. It's off now, so maybe I didn't turn it on. Well, we don't really have a full load in there anyway. So, alright, I'm going to turn it on now. And then we'll add to it, and then we'll sell corn, I guess, in December then. We do get a lot of sorghum. Not a full load, though. But we got a lot of sorghum. Alright, so we don't have any dried corn. I swear I turned that thing on. Maybe I didn't. Alright, so we're done selling that. I think that's pretty much it. So we'll just hold on to everything else. And let's go see what we can buy. Let's say we sleep and go to the next day. Oh, you know what? Wait, we actually, yeah, we do need to, I think we need to go to the last day in June because we got to harvest some fields. Alright, so let's go to the next day. I'm just going to go into June 3rd. It's still raining then, we'll sleep a little bit. What do we got on sale? I was going to check that too. The in-game CR11. Yeah, it's not the one we want. Not the one we're really interested in. Not that we're interested in any of those, but... Alright, so let's go to... Get on the thing there. Let's go to... What time is it now? 7:30. Let's go to 7:30. Not today. 7:30 tomorrow. 7:30 tomorrow. I always do that. If I had $1 million, Fuzzy, you'd buy a house that like real life. Man, it is like hailing now. But the sun's supposed to come out. So, let's, what time is the sun supposed to come out? Let me look at that. The sun will come out eventually. Let's go to 11. Looks like it comes out around 11. Yeah, that's like some serious hail coming down. It's funny that it came after the tornado. Usually we have hail right before the tornado. Hail, we got hail. Yay. Alright, so now I can tab over to the combine. I went and picked up the header. Oh, there it is. So there's two places we need to go. We've got a barley field up here that is ready to be harvested that we own. And then we've got a rye field up there that is ready to be harvested that we own. And then everything else that we own is either in grass or alfalfa. Might look around to see if there's anything else. There is a barley field down here that's ready. Looks like it's fully fertilized. Doesn't have any weeds either. I might get that. How much is that? $278. It's not bad. It is another barley field, but it's kind of down there. I don't know. I don't know if we want to do that or not. I'll think about it. Go to growth again. I think that's everything else that's ready to be harvested is in spinach. But when you look, I kind of want to hold off because when you look at what is about ready to be harvested, we've got a ton of fields out there that are about ready. So there's a big canola field down there. There's an oat field there. There's another wheat field there. Got some peas, I think, in these fields. There's a huge oat field up here. So probably what I'm leaning towards is going to be probably this canola field down there. Just because I'm planning on buying this soybean field. We buy those two, we can merge those together. So, but there's also a soybean field up here and then a big oat field. So I don't know. We'll see where we sit. Both of them will be ready to harvest. Looks like next month though. So let's head north. I am not taking the ferry. The ferry of death. Wasn't there a horror movie with a ferry in it? Go bus. Was it a Friday the 13th movie? Or no, that was like a lake, wasn't it? Wasn't there a ferry movie? Wasn't there, or not a ferry movie, but wasn't there a horror movie that had like a ferry in it? Maybe I'm thinking of War of the Worlds. They went across on a ferry, the one with Tom Cruise. That was that movie. If that movie didn't scare you, there's something wrong with you. Cause that movie, especially when they get on the ferry or when they're getting ready to get on the ferry, that whole movie really, just the whole thing. Really, really a scary movie. I know the original War of the Worlds was not that bad. That one was bad. That one was scary. Oh, is that the Bare Naked Ladies? Is that the name of the song? I'd buy a house? Or if I had $1 million. I know the 1 Week song. I don't know all the lyrics, but I know the song. I know of the song. Yeah, it's been 1 week since you looked at me. I don't know all the words from there on out. That's it. That's really the only words I know. The finest of the flavors. I don't know. I know of the song though. So I gotta make a right. And you know these trucks will be turning right in front of me here. Yeah, honk all you want. I got my beacons on. I'd buy a house is the song. It's one of those situations where I probably know it if I heard it, but I don't remember it from the name that y'all are giving me. So I don't know. was withered. This was not ours. I think it's been withered for a while. What was it? Actually, it's harvested. It was cotton, so been harvested for a while. Looks okay. I'm gonna put it on steering. So this is the, not the biggest header, it's not the 15.2, this is the 13.7. And I have a feeling this one will work better with this combine. Hopefully, I'm hoping it will. It looked like it was better. So I'm gonna turn the lines on just to start. And I do want to turn on straw. We'll bring the John Deere baler up here and bale the straw bales. And we can use those straw bales. Everything has a use on Mr. Stevie's map here. So, grass bales, alfalfa bales, straw bales. If you wanted to do silage bales, you could. Alfalfa hay bales. Really, I mean, anything. It doesn't have to be a bale. But if it's something that you can do a bale in, you can use it. So silage, grass, hay, straw, alfalfa hay. You can pretty much use it all. I put my pipe out. Yeah, I think that'll work. That'll work a whole lot better, especially with a tipper or a grain cart running beside me. So we'll just use the Deere headers. This is the 13.7, and then I think that the X9 we can use the 15.2 meter header, and then there is another John Deere combine that is a Stevie combine that has a longer pipe on it. So I don't know if we can use the great big one, but maybe we could use like the 16 meter on it. And there's a JHHG combine that the 19.2 meter header would work on, but it doesn't have the same capacity. I'll probably meet you on the other side because these telephone poles. Oh, there's a save. I'd buy a house. Yeah, I'm racking my brain, but I do not remember that one. I remember two songs about like our house. There's our house in the middle of the street. Our house. And then there's our house. Is a very, very, very fine house with something in the yard. I want to say that one might be Crosby, Stills, and Nash. And then Our House in the Middle of the Street. Who sung that one? Who sung that one? I'm gonna have to Google it. If I could spell today, that would be great. I think I'm spelling it right. It's just, okay, so Our House in the Middle of the Street, that's a song by Madness. And the other one, Our House, yes, Crosby, Stills, and Nash. So I was right on the first one. I was correct. I'll just come back around and meet you around on that same kind of trajectory there. Actually, if you want to just sit there, you don't have to move. I don't think I'm going to fill up. Yeah, the cotton picker, that's going to be the real pretty penny. And I'm going to start with one. It's actually not a cotton picker. It's the cotton stripper. And it's got the wider stripper header on it. So I'm going to go that route, but that's going to cost quite a bit. That's going to be right close to $1 million for that. So, but I mean, you look at the size of that cotton field, you can't even see it all from here. All the rest of it sits up there on the hill. Look at it here. Nothing on sale. I was hoping I'd see one on sale and then I could just buy one on sale. It'd be nice to have it at a discounted price, but probably not going to happen. So there's the in-game pickers there. There's the module builder that has the tarp on it. And then there's the stripper. Here's another one. It's just a different model number that you can use. It's the 7760, or you can assign it to the CP 690. But here's the stripper. And put the larger thing on it. Yeah, see, that puts it at 923, and that's before doing any other extras on it. So 923 is bad enough. So it could be more, could be slightly more than that. You can change the mirrors on it, I know. I think you can put numbers on it. And I would say that might be a good idea, because, you know, those things you can just, what we'll do is we'll just hire those out. And that way we can kind of keep track of who's who, you know. Or, okay, are you number one? Are you number two? If we have 5 of them, we're going to call number 5 Johnny. Anybody get that reference? Probably only us older. Only us older folk get that one. Johnny 5. Use the deer baler and change the size. Make sure the size on those is 240. So we'll need to change the size. Yeah, the deer baler is down there at the shop. I left it sitting down there. Yeah, use the deer baler, and then all the future bales. Now that we can use the silage mixer there at the farm, we don't really need to wrap them anymore. That'll save us on wrapping them, and you know. Yep, Johnny 5 is alive. Yeah, we'll get the bales made here, and then we'll pick them up. And then we'll probably go ahead and merge these together, and then eventually after we pick the cotton, we're going to merge a lot of this together. And then I really need to get on the tree work over there, because we can put a kind of a broader curve into those trees there for this field. So this will be a really nice field. This will be the first field to be all, you know, merged together. Oh yeah, that totally works a lot better. Especially if you're running beside me there. So this header, this would be the same width as the largest headers, in-game headers for Farming Simulator 15. Going good, how's it going? Oh boy, man. There's a massive pile up in Terre Haute, Indiana. I'll put the picture of that in Discord. That's the interstate. I think it's Interstate 70. Terre Haute, Indiana. They got hit with that winter weather that John got. So looks like they got a mess. It's usually where the messes happen, though. That's usually like the interstates like that. They have all the pile ups and stuff. So. Yeah, it's literally a winter wonderland parking lot. Shuts them down. Which, you know, they, up there, it still happens, I guess, but they have the equipment really to handle it up there. Because I would consider Indiana part of like the Great White North, you know? So anything really like Missouri, maybe Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, you know, all you guys up there up north that are not in the deep south with me here, you guys have the equipment for, you know, mass snow removal. We don't. We don't have it down here. We do not. I was gonna say, I think for about 150 mile radius, we literally have 2 trucks that are like snow plows, and they have the spreaders on the back of them so they can put down like the brine or salt or road salt or whatever they put down. Literally only have a couple. There's only 2, and those only run on the major highways. That's it. Everybody else, you know, if it's a city street or a county road, you better hope a farmer has a tractor out there with a blade or scoop on it or something to clear the snow off of it. And a lot of times that's the case. A lot of times you have farmers, you know, come in to businesses, and businesses will pay them, you know, so much to clear their parking lots, or, you know, the streets, they'll come in and clear it out. And county roads are like that too, because, you know, a lot of the farmers live out there on the county roads. So, but as far as like mass snow removal, there's only 2. Yeah, Michigan. I would consider Michigan part of that Great White North. You got 7 inches of snow last night. Alright, you got it changed over to 240, right, Fuzzy? Still snowing. Wow. Yeah, I remember one year, and it hasn't been that long. I want to say it was 2023, maybe. It was either 2022 or 23. We got really close to 2 foot of snow, which is unheard of here in the Deep South. If you get 2 foot of snow, that's literally unheard of. We never get that much. We call that the what did they call that? The 30-year snow. Every 30 years you'll have a huge snow where it'll be measured in feet rather than inches. I think it was close. It was just shy of being 2 foot. It was very, very close. It was like 22 inches, 23 inches. Oh, was there half a bale? Okay. That'll be fine. If there's just one bale, then we can take care of that. But as long as the rest of the bales are 240, that means we can haul more capacity-wise, you know, as far as when we pick them up with the trailer. Be able to haul more in liters per load. Yeah, we never get that. Now we'll get a we usually get a pretty significant ice storm every 15 to 20 years. I hate to say it, but we're due. We haven't had a significant ice storm. It's been a while. Usually we get it about, you know, the snow we get every 30 years, and then the significant ice storm we'll get every 15 years. There went my heater. Did you guys hear it? Can you hear my heater when it shuts off? Sounds like a dying donkey. I don't know if you guys heard it or not. I was talking while it was going off, but when it shuts off, it's like like that. How cold does it get? Where you're at? Yeah, it gets cold. 1 year since I've lived here in this house, it's gotten below 0. 1 year. Most of the time, the coldest it gets is probably going to be in January or February. And it gets down like into the teens, maybe into the single digits, but most of the time it's usually the lowest temperature is going to be like, if it does get down in the single digits, it's not that low. It's usually like maybe like 7 or 8 or 9 or something like that. But most of the time the absolute low is going to be in the teens. Yeah, whatever it is when it cuts off, so the heat, it's still running. I hear it. It's just the outside unit that makes that noise. And they've come and looked at it, and they said that's normal. They said something about that's the thing resetting or something like that. But if I'm ever not talking when it does it. And I know my old setup, you could really hear it because the microphone was, this is like a, it's not a, it's like a, not really like a directional mic, but it's, if I talk, it's like it's a Yeti mic. So I've got it on a arm boom, and one side you can hear me better than if I talked in the other side. So you don't talk into the end of it. It like hangs down like you see a lot of the radio station microphones on the arms. That's what it's like. So I'll talk into this side of it. So it's facing me in my chair, and I was up against that wall, and that wall was the outside wall. That's where the central unit is at. Now it's facing the opposite direction, so you guys might not hear it as loud anymore. But if it ever thunders, you'll definitely hear it louder because I've got a window to my left posterior and to my left anterior. So if anything happens outside, you'll hear it. Alright. So we got that barley. I'm gonna head up the road and hit the rye. I don't know what the yield is gonna be on the rye, but we'll find out. Alright, I was gonna try to go over here along the edge of this field. There might be enough room. One thing that I would change on here, these little areas where Stevie has put in where you can build like the little sheds, apparently you can't own that land. So that little circle there, that's where the little barn is. The orange we own. So everything highlighted in orange, this field, that field, all that highlighted in orange, you can't own that. You can buy that forest there, you can buy that area there, but these little sheds, these little areas where these sheds are, you cannot own those. And there's another one right here where you have to build a shed. You cannot own that land, so you couldn't, if you wanted to like plow the field on down through here and connect it to that, you could not. So we'll probably just have to, I think there's some rock formation in there anyway, so we'll probably just work around that, go this way and just curve it around. Yeah, there's several areas like that, little spots where he's put in like the little sheds that you can build. So I would definitely change that. You could probably hide it with the hide objects mod if you're on PC, but if you decided to plow it up and you go to try to harvest your crop there, most likely you would not be able to harvest it because you don't own the land. And if you can't own the land, you can't really harvest it. It's not a, it is kind of an ethical thing, but it's a game thing. If you don't own the land that the crop sits on, it'll let you plant it there. But, oh boy, there's that little shader flicker there. If you don't own the land and you planted crop on it, you will not be able to harvest that crop. It'll sit there and bark at you. You do not own this land. You guys, if you've ever had nosebleeds, do your eyes ever hurt after you have a nosebleed? I feel like I've got, and that's probably what it is. That's probably what caused it. It's probably because my house is so dry because of the heat being on. My eyes are probably dried out too. That's probably why they're hurting. It's probably not because of the, the nosebleed reason why my eyes are hurting. It's probably because they're dry. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop this right here, and this is our wheat field there. So that'll be one of the next ones that's ready. Or no, wait, that's the oat field. Our wheat field's over there. So that's the oat field. Alright. So you can drop straw on spelt. Or not spelt, on rye. Maybe you can on spelt too, but that answers the question. I was wondering if you could drop straw on the rye. Apparently you can. Tell you what, just put the barley into the big new silos. The one with the 3 big bins on it. I think it's got 3. Just put it in there, and then we'll probably divvy it up, because we'll probably use some of that barley for chicken feed, and then probably maybe dry some of it. I don't know, there's not really a whole lot of it there to really have enough to dry it and sell it, but there's probably enough there that we could use it as chicken feed. Now the wheat we'll definitely put in there and probably sell that probably in December. Buy a humidifier, yeah. The thing is like I could do that. It's kind of just crazy because it's already so humid down here, and if it's not a cold day, then it's going to be a humid day. It's really just because it's dry and cold outside, especially when it's cold and windy. That makes it drier. But inside the house, yeah, I've got the heat cranked up, getting ready for all this winter weather that's coming. Literally got to use the weatherman terminology, you know. Hunker down. Oh yeah. Speaking of, well, winter. If I leave promptly, or if I disappear for a minute or two, I'm expecting a package. I'll probably have to go get a package off my front porch. I did some Amazon shopping. And you know, a lot of times, you know, people for Amazon stuff, they'll be like, well, they'll buy you know, tech stuff, computers, tablets, you know, stuff like that, or different stuff. Not me. I guess I'm really showing my age now. I bought a new blanket. It's a what do you call it? The micro plush blanket. I've already got one. Figured it'd be, not a bad idea to have another one. And then I got some nice, cozy, warm pajama pants. Let's see, what else did I buy? Bought some shirts. Actually, I need to go in and probably look and see if I can find some t-shirts too. There was something else that I was going to look for, but I can't remember for the life of me what it was. I know the t-shirts. Probably wouldn't hurt to go look at some long sleeve shirts too, maybe. Weatherman technology. Panic. Yeah. I know they use the term hunker down a lot. Better hunker down. If it's gonna be a blizzard, hunker down. It's gonna be, super stormy, hunker down. It's gonna be a hurricane, hunker down. They love that hunker down. They want you to shelter in place. Which, me, if it's cold, if it's icy and stuff outside, I would much rather shelter in place. As long as I've still got electricity, I will be glad to shelter in place. I will be glad to hunker down. You give me some soups and some, snacks and, stuff to survive, I'll be fine. You give me a nice cozy blanket, my little quartz heater I've got here. Got a little remote control of that thing. Just hit the remote and turn that on. Keep my feet warm and be nice and cozy. That is not the line that I wanted. Not the line I even clicked on. Good morning, FX editor. How's it going? Good morning, Tomcat. How's it going? Your office is a little chilly. Are you in the Great White North? Because I think you draw a line across middle Missouri and straight across, everybody from there, everybody pretty much from St. Louis and up, got a lot of snow. We're gonna be part of the. We're not gonna be the Great White North. What's a better term for us? We're gonna be the cold, teeth chattering deep south. That's. Oh, Southwest. Okay. Yeah, even Hawaii got some snow up in the mountains. They get snow in Hawaii. Kind of weird. Kind of like California, you know. California is a state where they have every type of climate in different regions of the state. So if you want a comfortable room temperature climate, probably going to want to look around the mid San Francisco, Napa Valley, Silicon Valley, all those places there. Average temperatures, 60s, 70s. And then you go further south, obviously, you have more of the, like the desert kind of area down there. Los Angeles is pretty okay. A little warmer. And then if you want the snowy kind of climate, just go up in the mountains. Go up to like what is a big what's it called? The Big Bear Lake. Tall trees. The Sequoia forest up there. They have like a forest area there too, where all the Star Wars stuff was filmed for Ewoks and Return of the Jedi. Oh, it's currently 47 degrees in LA. So I guess it does have its ups and downs too. Better than being negative though. Yeah, you can go snowboarding in the morning and then surfing in the afternoon. Very, very versatile state as far as climate goes. What up, Murphy? How's it going? Are you RoboCop? You know, RoboCop's friends called him Murphy. You call me RoboCop. I haven't seen those movies in a long time. I think it's kind of funny thinking back to that movie. The lead bad guy of the little gang is Red Foreman from that 70s show. And then the guy that crashed into the toxic waste tank, he played a doctor on ER. And then the guy that actually built RoboCop, he played the bad guy on Blank Check. He actually passed away. He died. He was on Blank Check, and he was on NCIS. No, I haven't played any flight sim lately. I need to get back into that. I gotta decide where I want to go. I don't know. I would think maybe somewhere tropical, like the Caribbean, maybe, or Hawaii. Maybe the West Coast. That would be pretty cool to fly, you know, all the way up and down. Start like at the southern southwestern coast of California and fly all the way up to the Vancouver. That would be a long flight though. Playing career mode. Yeah. They were having, the last time I played, they were having some kind of issue with it, and I decided to hold off on it. I guess I need to get back into it and play the career mode. Go fly the pipeline in Alaska. Need to get back out to Mount Rushmore and see if they put the faces on the mountain. When we played the Farming Simulator that came out, not the 2024 one, but the one that came out just before that one, John and several of us flew out to Mount Rushmore, and the mountain was there, but the faces were not there. I think the same thing happened to the Great Wall of China, because we were looking for the Great Wall of China, and we could not find that wall anywhere. We looked everywhere for that wall for a long time. We could not find that Great Wall. I don't know what happened to that thing, but it was not there. Good morning, Stephen. I guess we need to get back in there and see if we can find some of that stuff. Some of the, you would think some of the, what do they call them? The great wonders of the world? I think the pyramids were there. I don't know about the Taj Mahal. It'd be pretty cool to fly over some of these places though. Really, I'd want to fly. I would definitely want to fly somewhere tropical. Probably somewhere Caribbean. Fly over the Bermuda Triangle. Hawaii would be fun though. Hawaii would be like flying over Jurassic Park, because that's where it was filmed. I think that would be pretty neat. See, there's nothing else that we currently own. It's ready to harvest. The canola that we own and the wheat that we own, we're going to have to cut. Then we'll have to decide what we want to buy. I think this one's just too much. I would love to have it. It's oats, but it's 3.5 million for that. And then this one down here, that canola field's 2.2, and the bean field is 1.8. And I'm not going to get the other one because it's in red onion. Cornfield there is 1.1. And this is, what is it in? Pretty decent green bean field there. There. I'm gonna shut this down. I'm gonna keep it up here though, because we're gonna have to harvest a lot of these fields. We got that big wheat field over there to harvest. Alright, back down here. No equipment on sale. Sometimes there's no equipment on sale. I've noticed that. Alright, so let's go into July, and then we'll see what's what. At 8 o'clock. Oh, no rain. It'll take just a minute for the map to update here. So the oat field there is ready. I think the wheat fields are ready. Yep. Oh, there's my header trailer. I found it. Forgot I parked it there. Oh no, now I'm stuck on it. I am stuck on my header trailer because my header trailer's stuck on me. Probably should scoot that over. Let's get it out of the road. Okay, let me go. Oh no. I'll try to get over to our wheat field without disconnecting the header. I think I can. Right, I am gonna hire this out because I am gonna have to take a quick break. Alright, and then I'll be back. And I'm back. But let me actually say aloha to YouTube. So YouTube, you guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you follow over here on Twitch. Twitch.tv.com/thegreenarcade. And then hit subscribe here if you haven't already. Until next time, YouTube, remember you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. We'll see y'all later.